Hi YouTube! Happy New Year! Woo! 2019 was a great time for games, but we're into 2020, and in 2020, one of the big things that I think we should all focus on is not being ashamed of the things we love. And today, I want to talk about one of those things, and that would be mobile games. I've always been a pretty big lover of mobile games. I've, of course, been playing since like Snake on the old Nokia phone. When I first got an iPod Touch, I was in high school and I used it exclusively for games. I played Pocket Frog, I played some Dragon game, I don't remember. And I really just have always been kind of enthralled with free-to-play mobile game mechanics for some reason. And happily, they have really only gotten better with time as more and more people have gotten into them, and now the mobile game market is massive. So today I want to talk about some of my favorite games, the games that I play daily on my phone. And I made a little list, so I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen along with my phone screen, and let's just walk through some of my favorite games. So the first game on my list, and I should note that these are in reverse order, so I'm starting with one, but really I'm counting down to my favorite. The first game on my list is probably obvious to many, maybe surprising to some. It would be Pokemon Go, made by Niantic. Pokemon Go came out what year? Pokemon Go came out in 2016. It was loved by many. A lot has happened since the game came out. Lots of new Pokemon have been introduced, lots of new mechanics. Most recently, Team Rocket has been introduced, which adds a new battle mechanic to a lot of different Pokestops at random. Also, most recently, Buddy Pokemon were announced. So I have, some rewards to get here. I can give him a little treat. Have you ever seen Lampent eat food? Here you go. That's how he eats. But this is just an example of one of the things that's been added very recently. Pokemon Go has really been on top of adding new Pokemon, new events, new mechanics. And it's still a really fun game. And there's still really strong community playing this game across the world. Just earlier last year in March 2019, they actually announced, or somebody else announced, I don't remember, that Pokemon Go had surpassed 1 billion downloads, which is massive. So it's a huge game, lots of following, there's a reason people like it, and it's still fun. If you're one of those people who played for the first month and then got over it, I think it's one of those ones that's worth picking back up and trying it again. Next up, swipe that away, we have a game that is kind of like a cult favorite, maybe. I'll just open it up. This is KHUX, or KHU Kai, originally Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, or Kingdom Hearts Unchained Kai, now called Kingdom Hearts Union X or Kingdom Hearts Union Kai. I just call it KHUX or Kingdom Hearts, and people will figure it out. So this game is not actually for Kingdom Hearts diehards, though you might think that to be the case. I had barely played a Kingdom Hearts game when I started playing this game when it came out in 2016, so it's been a while. And frankly, I know very little about the story in this game because I skip over it a lot. Kingdom Hearts is one of the games on my list that has probably one of the strongest gacha mechanics, which is basically a loot box system, lottery system. It comes from gachapon, the little ball machines in Japan. You use in-game money or real money to buy pulls. By the way, all of the games I'm talking about today are going to be available across most devices, but most of them are available not in every region. And part of the reason is those gacha mechanics. So in Kingdom Hearts, you earn these coins, these gems, and you use those to buy pulls that give you 10 different medals, and you use those medals to actually use in either single-player story mode quests, or you can do raids with friends. There's event quests and things like that. I think the reason Kingdom Hearts is so good is because they've really got just a bajillion medals. No matter what you do in your pull, you're gonna get something that you like, either visually or something that's strong that's gonna be really good on your team. 18% through the story, and for a long time that was something like 80%. But they've added so much to the story, and they continue adding to it, that there's just an unimaginable amount of content in here. And of course, there's really good character customization, which is something that I value quite a bit personally. I love my little girl here, and she needs to have the best outfit possible. So I'll do one really quick pull here so you can see what it's like. I skipped ahead, sorry. So you can see these are the medals I just received. I used 3,000 of my coins. And the game is also really good about rewarding you, even if you're getting lots of duplicates of medals. They're super helpful to you. So overall, big fan of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I think they just have really good gacha mechanics and very rewarding game. It's fun to play. A+. Next game. We're actually sticking with Disney again for this one. This game I've been playing for a long time. It's been out since 2014, I think. It's been out for a long time. Tsum Tsum. I love Tsum Tsum. Tsum Tsum was created by Line Corporation with Disney, and it's really the best, if I could just call it perfect, arcade game, in my opinion. As you can see, I have very few friends here on Tsum Tsum. Not a big deal, because I really only use it to completely kill time when I want to think of something different for a moment. This is the kind of game that you can open up, you can play in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, do a quick round, feel satisfied, and then you're done for the day. Whee! Tsum Tsum has sadly not been as popular with the American market as it would have liked, I'm sure. Recently, they actually came out with a number. What was it? Oh, I can't look and do this at the same time. The game had made $1.5 billion as of February 2019, but 95% of that came from the Japan market. So that's a lot of money from Japan. Disney stores also used to sell a lot of Tsum Tsum merch, same with other retailers, but sadly they have been, for the most part, discontinued. The plush toys and other merch here in America. Still going pretty strong in Japan though. Overall, it's just a great series. The game is still updated frequently. There's lots of events, lots of cool badges and things like that. So I really, truly recommend playing Tsum Tsum. Also, need to note, Tsum Tsum Festival on the Nintendo Switch just came out last year in October, I think, and I still haven't played it. Ooh, it feels so bad. It was such a busy second half of the year for video games. But I'm very excited about playing that. Need to get it first, but then I'm all about it. All right, that wasn't a very good score, but that's okay. Moving on, this next one is another one pretty high on the gacha mechanics feature, and it's also the most recent game on my list. Most of my games I've been playing for over a year. This one is the most recent one, and it's kind of to be seen if it's going to stay on my list, but right now it is something that I play pretty much daily, and that would be Pokemon Masters, another Pokemon game. I do have the Pokemon knockoff pop socket thing, so it's kind of important that I get a lot of Pokemon gaming in on my phone. So what can I say about Pokemon Masters? It came out, I think in August of 2019, last year. It's made by DNA. They're a pretty popular game developer. And it was pretty popular when it first came out, and then it caused a bit of ire. There were a lot of disappointed gamers because there wasn't a lot to do in the story mode. A lot of people kind of went through it super fast and then they were done, and then what? There weren't good gem bonuses, so it was hard to get these gems, especially after you were done with the initial story mode, and overall people were just not super thrilled. It was actually bad enough that one of the developers came forward and put out an apology notice saying that they were just sorry that they were disappointing their gamers and that they had plans to improve the game from everybody's feedback, which is nice, but of course, did they follow through? In my opinion, they did follow through. There's a ton of stuff that's changed since the game launched. Most notably for me, it has been a lot easier to get gems, which are what you use for the gacha pulls in this game. And the gacha pulls in this game, I don't think I have enough to do one right now. They're sync pair scouts, and so you actually scout pairs of Pokemon and trainers. And when you fight, you get 3 Pokemon per fight, I'll pull up a fight right now. So this is my current Pokemon team, one that I just had up from my last battle. So I have Brendan with his Sceptile. That's probably my strongest pair right now. There's a lot of people who are a lot more advanced than I am at this game. I just kind of recently got back into it about a month ago. I won't go too crazy in depth on the fighting mechanics. I will say that there's a learning curve for it, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. One thing that I really want you to see is that probably what I was most impressed by when I first played this game and continue to be impressed by is the artwork in this game. There's some beautiful animations that have been put in here. I'm going to do a quick sync move so that you can see. Sceptile sync move here.
There's no way you can beat me. Do it.
There's just a ton of original animations for the moves, for the Pokemon, and in my opinion, it looks great. I think it's one of the best interpretations of Pokemon ever. So, big fan of Pokemon Masters for a lot of reasons. I think it still needs a little bit of tweaking. The events are also really cool. Right now there's a New Year's event. So if we go back to the home screen real quick, you'll actually see really cool Solgaleo, is that what it's pronounced? That Pokemon up there, who's now blocked by a banner. That's maybe a little bit poor design, and a lot of really cool decorations. Before that, they were really cool Christmas decorations with a lot of Delibirds. It's fun. They're cute. They do what they do. All right, next game. I said next game. So number 5 on my list, or number 2 if you're counting down, is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. This game is weirdly polarizing for Animal Crossing fans, but I'm an Animal Crossing fan and I love it, so there's that. Let's talk about why it was polarizing. I think it was mostly polarizing because people expected, for some reason, this free-to-play mobile game to be an Animal Crossing game, just like on the 3DS, just like New Leaf, or just like, you know, the original Animal Crossing on GameCube. And I don't think that was ever an expectation of mine. I don't think it should have ever been an expectation of anyone, because it's a free-to-play game. It's not the same thing. It's not going to work the same way. But what we did get was the mobile version of Animal Crossing. We have lots of neighbor friends, plenty of design aspects. Please excuse my Christmas exterior on my my little campsite here, because it's only January 3rd. I haven't put away my real Christmas tree either. It's all good. Since the game launched, there have been lots of added mechanics, such as these gardening events. There's been a new cabin installed, so now you actually have a room to decorate as opposed to a campsite, because some people were upset that they didn't have a traditional room to decorate. That is actually back. There's lots and lots and lots of items, of clothing, of furniture, of backgrounds for your campsite. There's so many things to do in this game, so many things to unlock, but also notably, a lot of them are very difficult to obtain, especially when it comes to the limited furniture and when it comes to the terrain for your campsite. So the event rewards are pretty easy to do. They're not too bad, but that's not really the complaint here. If you look on the top of the screen, you'll see a little $sign with some leaf tickets. That's what those are called, leaf tickets. And the leaf tickets are the currency in the game, which you can earn in the game, but for the most part, they're really hoping that you pay real money for them. And it's not really a little amount of money. The promotions are not wonderful for what they charge. It's pretty expensive. You can see here I have 157 leaf tickets. That's taken me a decent amount of time to build up. And I really want... Oops, what did I just click? I'm about to get off track, but one thing that I also really like about this game is just like the sounds, the voices of the animals. It's so distinctly Animal Crossing, and that's what I love. That's what's holding me over until New Horizons. We're so close. Anyway, to what I was saying, I really like to update my terrain. I'm going to show you just how expensive that stuff is, though. I have 150 leaf tickets. That probably took me 2 months to save up that 150 leaf tickets. Maybe a little less than that. But if I wanted this pretty glistening tree one, that one terrain takes all of my tickets. And that's only the foreground. The middle ground here is 250 tickets. There's just a whole lot of expensive things in this game. And they do have their own gacha mechanic, which a lot of people have also complained about, myself included, for a couple reasons. And those are these fortune cookies. So you see they have these limited time fortune cookies that come from different villagers. They all have different aesthetics. They have unique furniture. And you pay 50 leaf tickets to get one of those fortune cookies. And when you get them, you see you have all of these chances for various 3-star and 4-star and 1 5-star item. Let me find one that I spent a lot of tickets on. So this particular one here, I'll open it up, Flurry's Powdered Cookie, is one that I bought a lot of back in November when it came out because I wanted the beautiful snow village. And I really need that Winter Village Tower, the 5-star one. But as you can see, despite the fact that I bought so many fortune cookies over that period, so many fortune cookies, I have tons of duplicates of all of these other ones and no 5-star Winter Village Tower. So the mechanics are not great because then in order to get that tower, I can buy it, but the cost is exorbitant. It cost basically the equivalent of me having used 100 fortune cookies to buy that tower with all of the stamps I've saved up. It's ridiculous. So I love Animal Crossing. I sink a ton of time into this game, but I think that the leaf ticket acquisition rate versus spend rate is way off, and it makes it difficult to enjoy spending the leaf tickets. I really just don't want to waste them ever because they're so hard to get back and everything costs so much. I digress. I really like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I think it's really cute. I think there's a lot of fun stuff to do. Some of the mechanics for spending money are not great, but that aside, this game has taken less than $20 from me, I believe, in the entire lifetime of it being out. So you don't have to spend money to have fun with it. As long as you go in knowing you're not gonna have a ton of leaf tickets to give around to everyone, then you're good to go. And the last game on my list, what's it gonna be? It could be anything on this crazy page here. Well, I'll tell you. It's a game that came out in September of 2018. It's released by Cygames in conjunction with Nintendo. It's called Here you go. It's called Regalia Lost. This game, I love this game. I really do. It's another gacha game, but don't let that scare you away, please. Regalia Lost is an original IP. It's not in anything else. It's made specifically for this game as of now. It is just super fun. So in Regalia Lost, you have 3 main things that you earn. You have your characters, you have adventurers, you have dragons, and the adventurers turn into dragons, kind of like Fire Emblem or something, and you have worm prints, which are cards that act as buffs, essentially buffs or bonuses for your character. So every character gets an assigned dragon and 2 assigned worm prints, and you put them on a team of 4 together. They all have an element. There's a bunch of elements. These are some of my teams. I'm not super advanced in the game. There's a lot of people who are way stronger than I am. I play pretty casually, generally speaking, but I love this game. The artwork's fantastic. The characters are fantastic. The story is actually really good if you play the single player story mode. And the music, mwah, it's so wonderful. In addition to that, there are events constantly. They're pretty much non-stop events. One event ends and then the next one starts 24 hours later. not as a rule, just in general. Right now there's a really cool New Year's event with a really cool New Year's raid boss. It's like a cat and he's got a big fishing pole and he makes fishes flop all over the place. It's awesome. You also maintain your own castle in Regalia Lost. As if you weren't already doing a lot of really fun stuff. Your castle provides some nice buffs for your adventurers. You get things, you earn things over time. You improve your castle area by building, by upgrading. I'll upgrade. I can't upgrade that. Can I upgrade this? Can I upgrade something? Here we go. So I upgrade things over time. It makes me stronger. It makes my adventurers stronger. It makes my dragons stronger. And any dragons that you've obtained, you also can feed. Give them gifts. Here you go. These are for you. And in turn, you increase your bond with them, which makes them stronger when you use them in battle. It makes them last longer in battle. Hard to explain. Now, since the launch of this game, some things have changed, and two super notable things that I want to mention, particularly for those of you who might have played it a little in the beginning and haven't continued. Got some good news for you. One is the quests have implemented an automatic feature that lets you, I'll open one up here. You basically just push a button and your characters will go to work for you. It doesn't work on multiplayer battles. It doesn't work on, I'm not doing anything here. It doesn't work on raids and things like that, but that's to be expected. It's really good for when you need to grind out levels and you really just don't want to pay attention to your phone. You want your characters to get all the experience, but you don't want to sit here tapping because, I mean, it's not really fun to do the same battle 500 times for the sake of grinding. So that's kind of a really quick glimpse at what the battles are like in Regalia, although that one was sped up to 2 times the speed, so sorry. That was hard to follow. The other major change since the game launched is that Regalia really loosened or improved, however you want to look at it, the gacha pull rates, which means you're way more likely to get a good pull, way more likely to get a 5-star adventurer or a 5-star dragon. When the game first launched, you would earn a mixture of dragons, adventurers, and wormites, which were those cards. Now you only pull dragons or adventurers. In addition, you also get oh, sorry, I'm mixing up my words here. Wormite is the currency, and worm prints are the cards. Sorry, so you don't want to use your hard-earned wormite earning worm prints. That would be dumb. And yet, that's what we had to do in the beginning. Now, that is no more. The game is super generous about giving out free tenfold summons, which is guaranteed gold in every tenfold summon. And also really on top of giving out wormite. And last but not least, when the game launched for a long time, one tenfold summon cost 1,500 wormite. Now it costs 1,200. So on top of everything being better, it's also cheaper. I do have a free summon right now, so I'll just show you really quick what that looks like. I love this game. I love it. I love it so much. We got a 5-star summon here. Oh, there's just one 5-star. Usually it's like a couple gold and a 5-star, if anything. That's okay. I'd rather have one 5-star than 5 golds. And it's an adventurer. Those gems that were falling were all dragons. I do have all of the common dragons and adventurers in the game, so most of these are duplicates for me, but you do get, as you can see here, Eldwater, and you can combine the dragons to get experience, so nothing goes wasted. No worries. Let's see who our adventurer is. Here he is. I already have him. That's okay. He's still really great though. Look at him. So the adventurers do look kind of those cute little chibi versions there because they have to make the game function. But there is beautiful artwork for all of these. Here's Wedding Alisanne from a wedding event that they did in the spring, I believe. They all have, all of the event adventurers also have special abilities. Sometimes they're a different element than their original adventurer. Here's Ezalith. She's one of the earlier ones. There's Mim is super popular. Everyone loves a Mim. They've also done really cool crossovers with other games. Here's Marth from a Fire Emblem crossover. And here's Mega Man from a really cool Mega Man crossover that happened very recently. So nothing's off limits when it comes to Regalia crossovers. Nothing. So I'm gonna end it here. But thank you so much for watching. These are my top 6 random number mobile games. These are actually all of the mobile games that I play on a daily basis for the most part. So that's why I left it at 6. It was just because that's how many I play. Let me know down below if you guys are playing different games, if there's something that you think I would like based on the other games that I like that I should check out, because always looking for more to add to my dailies list. Not really, I have so much to do every day. And if you check out one of these games because you heard about it in this video, definitely let me know on Twitter or in the YouTube comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I would like it a lot. I really, really would. Until next time, thanks for watching. Love you. Mwah. Diku, diku, diku.